South Africa is a country of two tales, a first world city of luxury and opulence, and the misery and underdevelopment of the township areas. In post-apartheid South Africa, the divisions are no longer spatial segregation of the built environment, but rather financial and resource inequalities that have perpetuated itself as the challenges of the new democratic government not being able to address the prevalent socio-economic challenges. The Muslim community is not immune to this reality. Within a radius, often not more than 5 kilometers of any Muslim community, this phenomenon of the city of two tales manifests itself as well. Our masajid and built institutions are no exception. In addressing the social inequalities, we need to embark on a program that addresses the inequalities by developing our underdeveloped masajid and institutions without diminishing the advancement made in our existing masajid and institutions. We need to elevate the underprivileged and emerging Muslim communities in order to bring all our institutions to the same level, which is conducive to rendering community services. Project 21 Masjid Renovation Project, initiated by Awqaf South Africa in association with Voice of the Cape Radio and Sanzaf, aims to address the underdeveloped masajid and institutions within our communities. 21 masajid were selected for minor renovations. A professional team of quantity surveyors, architects and building contractors headed by Shahid Esop were appointed to conduct a building survey of each masjid.
We had all these masjids surveyed, we had the photographs taken, we had a special questionnaire to assess each and every one. We even had a detailed bill of quantities drawn up in order to determine quantities, rates, amounts, etc. And on average, each mosque needed about 290,000 rands worth of work to be done in order to bring it up to a certain standard. Now, the brief was not to make the mosque fancy at all, but merely to cater for the basics. So make it waterproof. We don't want to see any leaks in the mosque. Is there any damp in the mosque? Let's get rid of that. Try and fix the wudu khana. If there's not enough taps, install more taps or new taps. And we were also a bit ambitious in thinking maybe we could install some green interventions, that is capturing the rainwater, reusing wudu water and installing a grey water system. But what we realized is that was maybe a bit too ambitious this time around, because that would have costed way too much. What we engaged the services of a builder, which he then went, based on the report, he then went out to the various masjid and did an assessment of what he deemed was appropriate. Again, the brief was make the mosque watertight. We didn't want to see any damp, we didn't want to see any rainwater coming in, etc., etc. And especially with the winter coming up, that was critical. So based on the limited resources, we had to make a call. What do you do? Do you replace a door to prevent the rainwater from coming in? Do you put the roof over the door? Do you fix the roof? Do you waterproof the roof? What do you do? And I think with our various partners on board, from the hardware stores to the builders and various other contributors, we managed to utilize the 10,000 rand. And in my opinion, we probably got 15 to 20,000 rands worth of value from the work that was done. It might seem simple, but to have a waterproof roof for the community of that masjid actually means quite a bit. Why? They can actually stand in mosque without water dripping on their head, without damp carpets. And as we know, damp can generate quite a bit of smell, but not only smell, unhygienic conditions.
Awqaf South Africa hopes to extend this project to more masajid across South Africa. Eco-friendly masajid are also on the cards.
The long-term plans for Project 21, we would like to continue this project for the next year and take it to more masjids and deserving communities. All right. This is the first stage of the project, which is the rehabilitation of the building infrastructure of the masjid to ensure that there is no roof leakings, that the madrasas are in condition conducive to children learning, that the masjids are painted. And then the second phase of the project would be to capture the harvested rainwater with the use of JoJo tanks, and that to be utilized for either wudu. And further on, as a third stage to the project, we would like to have more food gardens. With food gardens, we would like to influence their community to do more subsistence farming.